Hello everyone, my name is Claire Bradford and today I will be talking about the uses and gratification theory. Now this is a theory that I have analyzed in a lot of classes in intercultural communication and CMC, and overall it's a theory that interests me greatly. It can be applied to a multitude of classes, of in-person interactions. It's just interesting to look at in general. To get started, I wanted to look at what the theory is. We will be analyzing the needs, the reasons we choose to go through with those needs, and the gratification we get from them. But to start, this theory was founded by Elihu Katz and Jay Blumler in 1974. It's a theory that analyzes the relationship between media users and their motives. Communicationtheory.org says that the theory argues what people do with media rather than what media does to people. If we look at the graphic by Soren Mattel, it shows an overarching theme. There, on one end, there's needs. On the other end, there's gratification. And to get to that gratification from those needs, you have media attributes. The level of involvement, the interaction, and then you also have the context of use, so space and time, task-oriented things. But for some examples I like to use for these are, why someone chooses a certain music genre, a sad, happy, any of those. Their needs in that moment, there's emotional needs, there's a multitude of needs, but in that moment they're feeling a certain way and they choose music as their media platform and they get a certain gratification from that, whatever it may be. Another example is, why would someone choose to study in the community hall as opposed to study at home in an isolated, quiet place? Their needs in that moment could be a number of things, and their context of use was the space they chose, the community hall, the time they chose, whatever time it may be, dinner rush, in the morning, during classes, and then, why they chose that. So first we'll look at the needs, the reasons people would seek out these needs. So there's interpersonal utility, pastime, information seeking, convenience, or entertainment. So interpersonal utility is just personal needs. Why did you choose? You chose. You have those needs of interpersonal utility to socialize, to be alone, those kind of things. So that would be your need. Your need to pass time. You are waiting for your class to start. That's your need. You need to pass time. Information seeking. You really want to learn about this topic, so you choose a book, or you choose to go surf the web. Those kinds of things. That's a need. And then convenience. I like to use the example of, if I really need an answer from my friend about an event we're going to this weekend, am I going to choose my phone to text and call them, or am I going to choose a pencil and a letter and send them a letter? Since my time, I have a time restraint, I need to know now. My need is I need to know now, and my gratification is by texting or calling them to get the information now. That's a great example of uses and gratification. And the last one is just entertainment. You need to entertain yourself. But we can also look at the influence, what influenced those needs. So there's affective, cognitive, personal integrative, social integrative, and then tension-free needs. With affective, it's all about pleasure and emotion. You chose that happy music because you got the gratification of pleasure from your emotional need of happiness. And with cognitive, so it's just gaining knowledge. That would be information seeking. Your need is information seeking. That's a cognitive influence, and you would choose a book or class or anything of that nature. And then personal integrative is just to boost self-confidence, self-integrity, self-esteem. That would fall under probably interpersonal utility. This would be choosing, why did you go to the community hall? Did you want to see people? Did you want people to see you studying? Those kinds of things. And it can also line up with social integrative, which is just, the need to socialize, whether it be in media or in person or just within society? Did you go to that community hall because you wanted to see your friends or a certain classmate or etc.? And then lastly, there's tension-free needs. So this would kind of go with the need of entertainment. It's just a form of escapism to put, anything that you cannot affect the media at hand. And it can just be a way to, stress relief, things of that nature. But this theory is just interesting in general because it can be applied to so many different things. It can be applied to mass media, not even interacting in person, but it can also be applied to interpersonal, intrapersonal, intercultural. It can be applied to a multitude of communication pathways, and it's just a way to make sure that we understand the thoughts and feelings behind humans and why they choose things. But thank you for listening to me, and I hope you learned a lot, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.